All right, welcome. I'd like to thank all my new and my old subscribers. How everybody doing? Hope you're blessed and having a well and a very good day. Okay, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna be going over melodies. Okay, one thing about music for y'all that's doing music, music consists of two things. One is melodies and harmony and drums. Once you got these two together, the whole picture come in. No matter what style you're doing or any of that. All right. So I just want to get into that because I don't want to go too fast. I know that I'll be showing y'all stuff of me engineering and going on other programs and all of that. But there's people who are growing and we can't leave them behind. All right. So enough of that. Let me minimize myself. Let's go in the FL studio and let me give you a look. First, let me minimize. Let me get this mouse pad so I can be scooting along. Let me see. There we go. Now, let me put me somewhere right here. All right. Let me jump inside FL Studio. Bam. Here I am. All right. So, what we're going to do is I got something loaded. Okay. Now, FL Studio originally, it's made for EDM. All right. It's not really made for trap. So you're going to have to, I will get the chord collection. You don't need nothing else. You good. All right. So let's get in this piano roll. All right. So here we are in the piano roll. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is once you're in the piano roll, now, how do you, we're going to get into some theory here. All right. It's very little you need to know. All right. So, one of the first things we're going to know, okay, is in this equation, say that if I go right here to this note, okay, now they're not telling you what this on the number is. If I'm going this way, the black notes are sharp. In other words, if this C sharp, this D, this D sharp, because I'm going to the right. Now, however, if I go the opposite way, say if I put the note here and want to come backwards, okay? This is E, this E flat, this is D, this is D flat. D flat is C sharp. It depends on which way we're going, all right? So, whatever note I start, if I put a note here, okay, then that's going to be the key I'm in. All right. So that's how that is. So I'm going to select the key. Go up here to the arrow. We're going to come down here to view. This is what you do. Come down to scale and highlighting. Now, trap is in what's called a minor key. I'm going to get into that. So, Aeolian or natural minor, you want to set that up. And I'm going to play with this note here. So it's going to be D. See D here? So I got to go back again. Okay, go to view. Scale and highlight. So already on match minor. Let's go to D. Okay. Now, this board here is set up. And the way FL Studio is now, you can't put no note on the wrong one. You can make it like that or you can. Okay. Now, let's get into a couple of things. You got the stamp up here. All right. This is giving you all kind of chords, and this is the style of music. It's everything that you need is here. So let's go start with this D. I'm gonna come up about the fifth of it, okay? And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make a chord instead of doing this like this, okay? Fully. What we're gonna do is first I'm gonna show you something. All right, let's make the chord, okay? First, this is D. Remember, we skip a lot spot. and then go to the next one. We skip this light spot and go to the next one. Now, let me explain something to you. If I put a note here, oh, it's already locked. But if I was to put a note right here, that's out of key. If it's in a light spot, it's in key. So this is automatic. So I can put this back. Okay. I'm just skipping a note. Okay. Now I'm going to pull them over for neatness. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, this is a D7th chord because it got 4 of them. All right. If you just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 3 more. Okay. Which is 8, 9, 10. So this is a 7th. Okay. Now, what you don't want to do or get away in the beginning is cool with the triad. But the triad sounds elementary. Okay. So if you're going to make a chord, at least take the third one and invert it an octave down. Okay. We'll get into this, but we're going to just deal with this chord. I'm going to show you how easy this is. So we're going to take the third note, since it's 40s, counting 1 at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to take this third one right here, and this is A. So I'm going to bring you to this A. All it is an octave. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this F right here from here, and I'm going to bring it right here. Okay. Now take this. This is C. So I'll take this and put this over here. Okay. Now, all I did was take the third one, the second one, and the fourth one from that chord. Okay. So this D7th minor chord. All right. So now what I'm going to do is, just for bounce, okay, music is on the beat and off the beat. If you play anything straight on the beat all the time, it's not going to come out right. If you play off the beat all the time, it's not too much go. It depends on it. All right. So on and off beat is called syncopation. It's in everything. Okay. So let me give you something. On the beat is this: doom, 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 doom. Off the beat, a beat, do, 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 like do, like one, and like the hi-hat when you go tick, 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 not tick, but that other one, tick, right? Which makes it off the beat. I'll explain later. Okay, so what we're gonna do here? We're gonna start by, I want to shorten this right here to the 4th one. I want to pull this one here over. Okay. But I'm going to fill this part up. Okay. So the 4th one, this is 1, 2, 3, and 4 per square. The 4th one, I'm only leave this for 3. And this is the 4th one. All right. Now, what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to put this in half. And then I'm going to put this note up here. Okay. Now, with these selected here, I'm going to go up here to this and go get a decent sound. It's worth the dang. Let me see something for now. All right, we'll just leave that. Let me play. Okay. Now we're going to make chords out of this. Okay, so you just touch it, and that'll be the same length. Notice I'll skip the light spot. Make 4 of them. Same thing. Skip this light spot, put one here. Skip that light spot, put one here. But we want them all the way the length. It'll do it if I touch it first, like this. Touch it with full length. skip a light spot, and come here. Now, all you have to do is touch it, and they'll be the same size cut automatically. Skip that light spot. Skip that light spot. All right, we're gonna do the same thing here. Same thing from here. Okay, so now let's play this. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is this short one, we're gonna do that too. So the object is, if I start here and cut the fourth one off, to this last one, I'm gonna cut the fourth one off, and I'm gonna make a different chord right here. It's very simple. Same technique, skipping one. Okay, let's hear this back. Okay, now I'm hearing in my ear that I want to do this back just a little. And we'll make you, this is just making these into eighth notes. All right, and I'll stretch the bottom. Okay, so okay, now it's one thing to put the chord together, but now this is what we're gonna call voicing. Voicing, we don't want this to sound like too plain, so we're gonna use some voicing. Okay, but before we go into this, okay, I want you to see this. See this bottom note we start? The bottom ones. Okay, these bottom notes right here will be your bass notes. So if you highlight them, that's your bass guitar. I'll show you in a minute. Now, what I want to do right here is, okay, we can make different chords. Different chords make things sound different. Now, if I took this one, this third one, from this chord and pulled it down, okay, I got it locked on this chord thing, and I haven't figured out I took it out, because we can arrange these, like rearrange them around from let's see. Okay, we'll change that to major. That'd be minor. This is major. We can make sustains. Let's hear this back. Okay. We can make this S2. This is a sustain sus2. Just move the one for the third down one. Comes a sus2. Okay. And you can move, let's see, this one we made probably augmented. Let me see if it'll do it. It's locked on that, whatchamacallit, because I can move these around. Let's hear this. You see how just moving some of the notes around, um, using uh, augmented. Uh, Go to the thing and look at it. Major and minor scales, augmented, sus2, sus4, sustain. That's what sus4, and diminished. You know, um, these can make, this is what's called voicing, which makes them sound different. And then also, we probably don't want them straight because we want a played sound. This is too mechanical. So this is where we'll come up here to the wrench tool, and we got the, remember, we're coming to strum. When we doing music, we're already have it set. You can move these and it sound more musical. Um, when we do music, remember we're mimicking a piano player and their hands. All right. So let's play this back. It should sound more humanized. Okay. Now you hear it's sounding a lot more better, like somebody's actually playing. All right. So let me cut this off the ends. All right. We should be all right. Let's play. Now, for the second part will be the melody. So, this is something because with vocals, another thing is followed. Even though you don't have to, I use this. So, this first note is a D. All right. And so, what I'm going to do is go my melody up an octave. And I'm going to start here with this here. The reason why, if we look at it, when you watch a piano player, they play the piano, the chord go boom, and then the melody like boom, ding, 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 and then the melody comes. So it's not the, you can put them directly as they start, but I usually start in the two. Remember, it's four squares. There's one here, one here, one here, and one here makes up one, right? So I'm gonna come right here. I'm gonna put one of these on this D, and I want them small. I don't want them long because they're not like chords. Okay, this is too long. Okay, so let's see what I'm. Yeah, about like that. Put one there. What's the next chord line up? It's A. Okay, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna mark A. Okay, we're gonna keep going. What is this? This is F. So we're gonna come up here to F. Okay. What's the next one? Is G. We're gonna come right here to G. Okay. Next, this is C. We're gonna put one on C. I could catch this one, but it might be low, so I might want to catch this one. Depending. And let me see what I put you on. You're on C and you're A. So you here. All right. So when we get ready to make a melody, we can just pick it out of here. Okay. So we can just, let's play this. These are just on the note. Okay, so you just seen the reason why I took and I follow these notes for the notes that they aren't. So the melody is in harmony off the chord. So all we're doing is just repeating cycles. Okay. So now the next thing that we want to do in here is when we're getting into deep engineering. Um, Let me see something I want to do. Let me see. Let me play. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is get the bass line. Okay. So this one here, this here, and this one. Okay. And this one. Let me see. Yep. You. All the bottom notes. Okay. You're gonna control and C to copy. That's your bass line. All right. Let me see where's sublab. Okay. Sublab, I'm gonna tell you this, and I ain't gonna lie to you, it's the hardest 808 you can get. Cop that plug in. All right, Control V. Okay, and I'm gonna bring this because it's in the piano. If I played it, it's gonna be too high pitch. I'm gonna do that anyway, but I'm gonna drop the octave, which is Control and the arrow down in FL Studio, and I'm gonna go through some basses because this is very bass heavy. I'm gonna play it first, then I'm gonna drop the octave. Let me. Sorry about that. Let me cut the sound down. And that's one thing about you. Let me pull you down. Let's hear this. Sorry about you. I pulled the wrong one. All right. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do is for sublab, I don't like that bass, so I'm gonna through till I find something that blends with it. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do is go back in here. I'm gonna go back in here, and I'm gonna take these chords, these here. Okay. Control C. to copy. C as in Charlie. Okay. I'm gonna come down here. Okay. I'm gonna use my favorite. You should cop this plugin. Hybrid. It's cool for textures and background sound. It's one of my favorites. Um, I'll use moving pad and then just flip through until I find something that blends with this. Let me give this a number. Okay, so we're gonna come right here to piano roll, and I'm controlling V to copy. Paste. Okay, and I'll raise these up an octave. Control arrow up. Okay, now let's play this. Okay, that's not the sound I want, but we gonna get to that in no problem. We'll just go to hybrid and just go through some sounds. Okay, before I start with the drums, now I want to get a counter melody. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out of the chord. Now for this, I might start one on the first note. Okay, and I'm just going to pick out of here. We want them on and off the beat. It's off, that's on, and that's off. Now, just come on in here and find us something that's gonna kind of match it. I don't want no damn guitar. Let's start Put a little hats in there. Fill each too. Just the other day. Let me see. We don't want the snare, but do I want? No, I don't like you. Let me get me a snare. Emotion. Sweet love and everything. All right, what I said I wanted. Oh, snare. And I think you gonna do it. All right. Let's see. 3 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's hear this. I want the thick and there. Now, let me mix this. Let me mute all these. And let me put this in order. Okay, there's kick. Where's the bass? You always belong with the kick. Make you one. All right. You be one, you be 2, 3. Now, if you wonder why am I doing this, what's this do? Don't you notice every time that I change this number? This is so you don't have all your music on one channel. You want them separated. You want these numbers. All right, this the sub bass. That's 1. This the kick. That's channel 2. This the clap. That's channel 3. All right, so you can understand. All right, so let me see. So since we got, let me make sure the order is right. Okay, kick. We gonna put you up 1. Then the hi-hat. I'm not using this flex bass. We don't need you. Let me delete. So we gotta renumber things. All right. Nope, you're 5. You're gonna be. Come on, damn mouse, please. 4, 5, 6. We'll bring you to 7. Bring you to 8. All right, let's play this. All right, it's because you own, and I want to start with always mixing the kick and the sub bass first. All right, now let me play it. All right, my bad. Let me cut sub lab the blankety blank down. You is forever too hot. All right, now let's try. Sorry about that. Okay, so now let me put some of these kicks in, so I can. And 1, 2, 3. I don't know. These might boom, boom, boom. These might have to become eighth notes. Let me listen to it. that piano sound is just from this point, just finding something that's cool. It's kind of cool, but I'm not really feeling it. Let's see. So I'll try some swap some sounds so I get the best one I want. Okay, now something about this chord. So I'm gonna show you something else while we go into them. Okay. Now after you did that, and you skipped the space and you did that, do yourself a favor. This chord structure, the way we do this, skip a space and do this. Okay, this is again beginner. What we want to do is pro it up. So we take the third note from the bottom, third off this one, third off this one, third off this one, all of them. So let's highlight. Let's do that. You're gonna hold shift or do both. Okay, 1, 2. Let's see how many. This is third. This is the third one from the bottom. So heard one from the bottom. Okay. And then what we do is you hold control and push the arrow down. This is in inversion. If not, they're gonna sound raggedy and cheap. So I gotta do this one for this one. First, let me play it back to hear it. Now you hear the difference? You hear the different? Listen to this, okay? Let's go back. Let me put it back to amateur, and then we're gonna go pro. Let's go amateur again. This is amateur. Now, let's invert and go pro. You see the difference? That's why I say, watch my videos. I'll give you the truth and the real. All right. So I got to do the same thing again or hybrid. Now I could leave it like this, but I ain't. All right. Same technique. Now, let's hear this back. Quit playing with them. Okay, so you seen just with that. What makes the beat is a combination of two. Harmony plus drums together. Theory. Okay. I'm gonna tap a little bit on theory. I'm gonna give you something. And if you like what you get in here and it's helping you, leave it in a comment. Or just better yet, if you would like, give me a thumbs up. You didn't like, give me a thumbs down. Better yet, subscribe. All right. So what I did here, okay, this is what most of you do. Okay. But first, let me show you this theory. Then I'm going to show you why you're not getting record deals. Then I'll close. Okay. So if we're going to do, this is, let me see. Okay. This is theory. If I put a note here, how can I figure out all the notes that's in the scale? How I know what notes, okay, if this D, depending on major or minor, how I know all the notes I can hear? How do I figure it out? If it ain't on a grid, how I figure it out? Okay, let's start here at C. This is how you figure it out. Now at C, from C, okay, just this note, C, right here, this is called a half step. So this white key plus this one here together make a whole step. Think of it like a cigarette. This the cigarette you smoke, and that's the butt. But together, they make one cigarette, right? So it takes the butt and the length of the cigarette to make one cigarette, right? It take both of these notes. So what we're gonna do for easiness, you notice it's two black keys, three black keys. Use that same philosophy, and we can find out all the notes, any key. Okay? So the formula is two whole steps, half step, three whole steps, and a half step. The piano is helping you. Okay? So if I want to find out what's all the notes in the key of C here, so two half steps, two whole steps and a half step. So from C to C sharp, that's one cigarette. That's whole step. We need two more. From D to D sharp is a whole step. Okay? From C, we got C here. C to C sharp, whole step. Another one. This is the next note in that scale. From D to D sharp is whole step. Remember, it's two whole steps, a half step, three whole steps, a half step. How you know? Because they telling you here. Two black notes, three black notes. So this is C, C sharp. That's one whole step. From D to D sharp, that's two. Now here's the half step at E. Remember, it takes two of these. Okay. Now, okay, that's the half step. Now this is F. And from F to F sharp, remember we need three more whole steps, right? From F is a half step until F sharp is a whole step. Remember, this the cigarette, the part you light, and that's the butt. It makes one cigarette. Now is this more understandable? Okay, so consider the half step like you broke the cigarette in half. Okay, okay. So now this take care of F and F sharp. That's whole. Now we go to G. Okay, that's one whole step. So here from G to G sharp, it's another whole step. I mean, we need three of them. So we put another one here, right? And from this one to this one is half step. Whole step. And then the one right here to the other, not here, but here, the other half step. I got it locked in key. So, okay. So all of the white keys is the key of C. Okay. So now, no matter where you at, if you lost on guitar, bass, I don't care what it is, what instrument. This even teaches you to line up other instruments because this key principle goes, if you know certain, I have a course coming. You could take this course. If you know certain things, you can do anything you want. It's up to you to take that course to better yourself. If you want to, leave it in a comment. All right. There's another thing. Okay, so if we started D sharp, if it'll mark there, it's locked in key. If I took it off this, I can show you. This works through anything. All right. Guitars, you name it. So if you get this and the grid is wrong, if you know you're counting, you can't go wrong. And so I'll show you that. I'll show you a couple of things. So that's basically theory in itself. It's not complicated. It's not a whole lot of stuff you gotta know to get something done. No. But now, let me get into this next part. Why we not getting the record deals? Now, I come from a famous family. Okay. My cousin is George Red Callender. He's Billie Holiday, bass player, Mel Tremay, Art Tatum. He's also, what's his name? Nat King Cole. Boy, if I would have known that. Oh, man, I like Natalie Cole. Like, oh my gosh, she's drop dead gorgeous. Anyway, and Tevin Campbell, was the last person, and some other people. He's very good at music. Me too. All right. So um, I came from a family, a background of jazz musicians and so forth. And so what me and my buddy did was I decided that um, out of this, I'm gonna go to music school because I already been for drums. Um, why don't you go work for the record company together? We'll know everybody. We can get anything we want done. That's what we did. All right. So there's no difference between me and you. There's two things. You got to be in the studio and in the lab. Now I'm going to elaborate. So since you producers, this out there, rappers, singers, this is for all y'all. Okay. Um, Let me maximize my screen so I can talk. And we going back into this music. Okay. Let me pull me up. Let me pull me out. Now let me jump back in that field. Okay, so this is what I want to tell you. Okay, because I experienced this, giving my stuff over and over to Motown Records and getting, I'm sorry, but we're not interested at this time, and this and that and that and that, and kept wondering why. You know, would they be tripping? They're not tripping. I was tripping. Okay, and they were respectful, nice, and courteous enough to explain to me, you need to tighten your game up. Well, what do you mean? Go get your compressor. Go get an EQ, some other things. Get your stuff tighter. You'll start getting response. So I had to learn things. And these things that was learned and taught to me, I'm finna go over with you right now. I was doing this regular beat, this right here. And I want a record deal. Okay? This is what y'all doing, right? Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's everything is wrong with it because you're giving your material to professionals, not your friend, not your cousins, not your buddy around the corner. Okay? So when you turn your tape in to artist repertoire, you're supposed to be ready. You got FL Studio. Did you compress it? Are you using the stuff in here? No. They can already tell when you give it to them. You can't hide it. Okay? And so when you take it and you give it to them, all them inconsistencies go against you in two ways. Number one, it's going to damage you as an artist. And number two, if they decide to pick you up, you ain't making no money because you're a gold mine. You don't know nothing. Okay? Now, my buddies, just rappers, they go to studio all the time. I love it. Great. When you get back from there, let me hear the tape. Now listen to it. Voices ain't in key and it's not even done right. This is in the area that I'm in. 90% of these studios, and we talking about, they go out to Hollywood and other places. Not every studio, but most of them didn't do their material right. So I told them, as a rapper, you got to be more than a rapper. As a singer, you got to be more than a singer. Okay? Meaning this, if I go get a demo as a rapper done, did he put my voice in key? Well, I don't know. I don't even know what key is. It's about time you're done. Because other than that, he took your money and you can't even send it in because the voice ain't in key. Okay? So you got to be more than a rapper. You have to know what you're spending your money to know what you're getting. Okay? One of the next things um, about it. So if the producer is not putting your stuff in key and it's not right, that's another kickoff. Okay? So I'm going to go through this last little subject showing y'all some things that needs to be done and what they look for. Okay? Now, this is the beat, regular beat. I'm going to minimize myself again. Okay? Let me give me a little corner. Let me just minimize. Come on, Al. There you go. So let's get back in here. Let me get back in that fail. Okay, back. So let's play this game. Okay, now this is the problem. Now, you notice this? Is the pan? Look at the knobs. They ain't moved. That's what you do. Now, let me explain it to you. Panning, you gotta think of yourself as a drummer on a drum set. So there's two pans. There's stage and then there's in the seat. Okay? So you can determine which way you want. But the drummer sits up. I'd say his head is 12 o'clock. Between 11, I'd say 11 o'clock, I'm going to move, I'm going to pan the hi-hat. Because on the drum set, it's to the left, depending if you're right or left-hand drummer. So I want it at 11 o'clock. Now, you're moving notes out of frequencies because not when you leave them like that, all of them is in the same frequency fighting. This is the reason why we use the pan. So I'm going to shut off the instruments and we're going to just deal with the drums. Okay, now watch when I move the hi-hat over. Also, that's this bagging clap. This is up too loud. This bagging clap. Since the snare drum, the hi-hat is to the left, so that extra snare drum is to the right. So this one here, I'm gonna pan to the right, but I'm gonna listen with my ears. But I would say maybe, let's see. 12, 1, 2. Maybe 2 o'clock. This one. Keyboards, I want to find, okay, when you turn this to the sides, there's a thing called mid and sides. But with the keyboard, I want one to ride down the center, but the other ones, I want to pan them. All right, so I got to figure out of all these 3 or 4 left, which one I want like that. Let's play. Okay, what I'm gonna do is leave you the middle. You'll go to the side. Pan these 50% so you can hear them fully in both sides of the headphones. Okay, and now you're hearing the difference, but we have to, they're still playing. Okay, and so we got to create some movement, okay, with these keyboards. They're too plain. Um, but we're gonna start with the hi-hat movement. Okay. Let's go over here to the hi-hat. Now, it's still starting to sound mechanical. Okay. So there's something else we're gonna do. Number one, we're gonna highlight it and get these drums in tune. Okay. We have to tune the drums. Now, we started on D. Yes, C can be used, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna pull these hats up here where they go. Okay. Now they're at D. Let's see, I'm not. They're in tune. See how much better they sound? They're in key. Okay. So now, what we're going to do is it's too mechanical. It's robotic. So we got to create a human feel. So we'll leave one up, one down, one up, one down. And when you do this, it creates a feel like an actual drummer is playing. And whatever you leave at the top, leave them like that. Whatever you leave at the bottom, try and make them the same, if you can. The same amount down. All right. And when I play this back, it'll be like humanized. All right, let me play this. Now, as you listen, as I go, it's starting to sound more professional as we go. That's what I'm saying. It's not about just doing the beat. There's processes to get this stuff done. Okay. Now, there's another thing out here I have to do. First of all, this sub bass, as I tell you, it needs to be, I need to alter it some to make it sound right. Oh, let me pull this high pass. something else. Okay, you don't go pouring the sauce or that deep bass and stuff like that and kicks this early because you're gonna add saturation. So you kind of want it bass bland because if it's heavy and thick now, when I go to the SSL, it's going to be too muddy. All right. So I have to clean up them sounds. Now let's get these two together. This is too damn low. Get your ass up there. Still too high for me. The SSL, I need to give them some. Now, if we go back to these hats, okay, I must now create movement. Okay, so I know I did what I did with these, but I got to create movement. So, and also bend some pitches. Okay, so we're gonna go to the pan because I want to create movement. I don't want the hi-hat straight up the middle. I want some of the notes to mix around. And this is getting into spiral. So we have something to work with. So I'll take the first one. I'll do them like that. 1, 2, 3. I'm just skipping every 2. Lead them. I'm just doing the second ones. All right. Lead 2. Work on the other 2. Lead them 2. Work on the other 2. Lead them 2. Work on the last 2. All right. Now, I want to create more movement. So I'm going to get fruity panomatic. And I'm going to make this second sound dance around your head. me see. Okay. Now with this one, I'm probably going to go in here to waves and get that O series um, pumper, wetter, and I'm just basically sweetening up the keyboards and the sounds and all of that because we're working with Spidal is the new thing that everybody's using. Okay, we're gonna go to O N L M N O. Louder, wetter. I think we'll pumper. Okay, let me turn it down a little bit. Let me mute some things so I can hear just what I want. Let me see if I add wetter to this. You see how we create movement. Now, um, if I got enough time, I'll go into Spidal. Spidal is, um, and there's some Waves plugins I'm gonna get into showing you about. They got a lot of stuff. Don't get them twisted. They got a lot of stuff that's very good. Let me see what I want wetter. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I'm gonna have to start messing with this. I didn't even know. Okay, this sweetens the game real good. See, now we're that plain regular way is too plain. Okay, there's nothing happening. This way you get movement. Now there's another plugin. Let me see. Do I want to do this? Hell to the year. Let me see. Let me see what's the one I got. Um, let me see. What is now? What is the name of you? THX Spider Creator. THX Spider Creator. Let me see if I can locate it. Here we go. Mm. Move super anti-spine. Why are you tripping, man? Okay, this is my head, but we can take and that sound. Oh my god, this is dope. This is what I love about Spider. This is the new stuff. Okay, this might be a little too CPU heavy. Um, Wait a minute, and then it might not be. Let me see something. Let me boost your buffer. Oh, my bad. It ain't too. I had my buffer down low. It ain't too CPU. We can take this thing and I'm not fully on it yet, but master game. Distance scalar. Mm, Let's see. Let's play this back. This what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna replace this with where's your? It's in a D. Where's my dear? Not dear monitor. Dear music. Okay, so I can take virtually a sound or vocals, right? Like your rap app libs. Let me cut these off, and I could like make them in the top of your head, the back of your head, whatever. Listen to this sound. I'm gonna show you what this plugin does. Hear it in that ear. I'm coming around your head. See, and I can automate it. I can put it where I want it. See, if I put if I put each and every last one of these, I got that in the back of my head, and I can put them on the sides, and put whatever else I want on the top, like the bass. You could just go on one, you know. But this is music production. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you the second thing. After this, let me get this out the way. Now, let me speak to you one more time before I get up out of here. Um, Now You are going to have to, if you're a musician, okay, or whatever. You got some people, I want to be a basketball player, okay, fine, I believe you, good. But they ain't gonna buy no tennis shoes. You're not gonna buy a basketball. That's procrastinating, okay. Same thing with music, okay. I'm just giving you the necessities. You're going to need some type of console plug-in, okay. I have several. I have the UC1 right here, which I can put in. I know some of you will be like, what do you mean by console? This is what I mean. Like the studio, the mixers that you see, that's a console. Let me see what channel. I use the E channel. Okay. This is a 4000 um, SSL E channel. Okay. I have several. This SSL, I have the E and G channel, the J, the K, the 4000B, um, numerous ones. Okay. You're going to have to put this across all of your tracks. Okay. There's no ands or buts what's around it. Let me see if the UC1 or okay. I have to put the UC1 across all of them. But this is what you're gonna have to do. This is what I'm gonna have to do with this. All right. So I have to put this across all of my channels. All right. And this has to be run to a bus. All of this can't stay here. This had to be run through a bus. Then we got to add effects channels to this to make your demo come out to the professional level as a record. This ain't finished. So when you turn this in a record company, bro, please, you ain't did nothing. Let me cut the buffer rate up. It seemed to be wigging out. I'm gonna blame it. Let's go. All right. Now you see I've created movement. Okay. Now let's play this through, and there's a couple of more things need to be done. Let me see, just to add, I want some vocals. If I ever figure it out again, I would just lay some vocals. But since our things is stripping, where you not vocals saying the vocals. Where you at? Where's my vocals? There we go. I have to go up here. They got singles, they got combos, but I want them in minors. this. Let me go in there and let me hit strum. I can hear it. You don't sound good. All right. Now let's do it. Okay, I don't like that. Uh, that's clap. Mm, sounds terrible. Let me switch up something. Let me get Okay. And another thing is just like this beat that's constructed. Um, we need to put this out in a song form, in a song form. So we have our intro, rap, um, verse, choruses, and whatever, and split them by channel. So what I'm saying to you is, I hope this video, and like all my other videos, is doing you well. Let me see. Is there anything else I want to go into? Mm, okay. So after we got these, we're going to have to run the drums to buses. It means to take a simple track and add this parallel compression to make things thicker. Like I say, we have to add these channels, whether um, this will be done with this or um, with this channel, which is E channel, G channel, whatever. You're going to need this, okay? And also, Um, you're gonna need a lot of things. Okay, that's so. Um, to get y'all game, my next videos is gonna be with Harrison. So what I'm doing is gearing y'all up for the big league. Okay, so you in the studio with that Harrison is original. The sound of it is amazing. Let me show you something else. Now, this plug-in is cool, but and I got some favors, but this here, where we at? This my baby right here. One of them. Okay, and I always give y'all a hookup right now. This plug-in, this SSL, is $300. You can get it right now for $19 at Plug-in Boutique. This right here. Now, let me tell you something too. I'm not gonna list the names, but I just say, uh, there's a lot of companies that make software, but one thing about Harrison and SSL, there's nothing better than it. Now, this is from Harrison. This sounds like a real console. You don't even have to question it. This, and even they older stuff, you may look at it as toy. That's how I did when I first looked at them. Like, in the color of like, nah, this is nah. Until I listened to the thing. Shout out to Vigilante Styles for showing that. Um, Also, shout out to Weaver B. Weaver Beats. Oh, bro, you had me laughing. You ought to stay on that. I need to holla at you. We need to go in on it. But anyway, shout out to Dame too. Um, Curtis, Busy, everybody. All right. So for your money, this here, this is $19. Normally 300. You'll have that console sound. This is a Neve. Okay. So, and SSL bought this from Harrison. Okay. So they SSL is right here. See, these are the best. Now, with this UT1, when you, and don't get me wrong, plug-in alliance, a lot of companies make good ones, and they ain't no joke. Don't get it twisted at all. Um, let me see. Let's see, which one was I was going to show? Um, yeah, this one here from SSL. Okay, this here is the SSL. I like this one too. Um, this one here, um, Phil Collins did In the Air. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, you heard that one before, right? And that's this here. And then I can use with that connected because, okay, even these plugins will give you a somewhat console sound, and but Harrison's is clear off the bat. And with this SSL, with this UC1 here, okay, this here I can control the plugins, but people, oh, it's just a control. No, no, it's not. It's a console. You can listen to the difference. If you just got flat plugins and played it, it doesn't sound the way it do when you got this hooked up. So this give you that console sound. You see, I'm taking this here and I'm moving the knobs, and you see how it's moving up there. Okay, so you can get your real console sound right here. And this is the UC1. There's um, the F8, and in other words, this is the new way things are going. So instead of them big mixers, you just got it all here. You see what I mean? And um, all of that, not like highs, is getting a lot better. Okay, so I hope this has been a great video. Let me enlarge myself so I can talk more to you, and then I'm headed out of here. Okay, let me see. I need my mouse. Where you go? There you go. All right, so let me maximize again. Let me go in here and maximize myself. Okay, now let me. All right, so let me get back in FL. Okay, so there's a couple of things you're gonna need. You're gonna need this. You're gonna need it of some kind, um, and you're gonna have to learn how to work it. I'm going to show you all of this. All right, I have just about every plugin you can name, and I want you to grow as a person. I mean, we don't all start off, you know, some people do, because ain't nothing in the world the same, but it's a learning process. I didn't start off doing beats like this. I'm a jazz drummer, and when it came to trap, I'm used to playing every other style of music, but it was something new, something different, not really new, because Forever My Lady by Jodeci and trap is the same music. So I already been playing it. I started studying the styles of it, and I had to take time to learn it. All right. A lot of things I learned from people on YouTube was wrong, so that took a while and took me to learn right and what I was doing. Now, you as a people, look, you got to believe in you. You got to take time to do you. There's some learning to do, but it's worth it. Okay? Everybody has to go through this, but the more you learn, the better you going to become. Okay? And it's going to stick out. It's going to be a difference between if you took a look at Dr. Dre and Tupac little episode. I know them both, but when Dr. Dre left, the mixes of Tupac were they didn't sound very well. You could tell the difference when Dre done it and whoever else did it, they didn't do justice. Okay, but it's sold anyway. So hey, it is what it is. So what I'm telling you is you gotta believe in yourself. Okay. I'm glad you came over here because I don't teach no backward stuff. You got a lot of people talking about do this and do that. How you doing wrong stuff? Dame Tater in the idiotic platform that makes no sense, telling you to high pass your kick with a high pass filter at 120, which is totally stupid, and hustling you out your money and all of this. You know what I mean? I don't think it's fair. I think it's wrong. People here to learn. If you can help somebody from doing something crazy or getting hurt or in the street or whatever and use music, why don't you do that instead of trying to rip people off? You know what I mean? Now, and to you people though, let me tell you something. I went to music school, I had to pay for it. Music school is expensive, very expensive. It can be rent, but not higher. Okay? So for you to get this information, it's valuable. You got to believe in yourself. Everything is not going to be free. Okay? But that is, grab it. Be a sponge. Learn everything you can. But you have to invest to learn. Okay? It's not going to pop out the sky and be free. If you got to take some courses to make yourself better, go ahead and spend it. Whoever you see, hey, I want to make myself better. I'm trying to get better, on a level that whatever person that you like is doing it on. Can you help me? I'm one. If you ask me that, no problem. All right. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. You know what I mean? There's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff to distract you. Don't let that crap distract you, and don't get involved in stupid